Hi Virgo, welcome to your 2018 overview reading. So I feel like this spread that I'm doing has a pretty good mix. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. I tried to touch on everything and keep it mostly advice-based, but oh, this one goes in the center. But I mean, we'll see what comes up. So anyway, I hope that you enjoy this format. And just so you know, if you're not already signed up for my newsletter, and you want your solar year reading for your birthday gift, then make sure you sign up for that, but also know that the spread I'm doing right now is not the same as the one in your solar year reading that gets sent out during your birthday month. Okay? So let's see what's coming through for Virgo. And then also, for those of you, this is one jacked up spread right now. I'm just going to roll with it though. If you are interested in getting your cards read, if you like having the spread style readings, then make sure you look for, you pay attention at the end, because I'm now offering custom tarot spreads. So if this is what you like and you want to work with me, then just hang on until the very end. Okay? And then I'll go into more detail and everything. Thank you for enduring my rambling. Let's see what card wants to come through. We have relaxation. Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. Okay, so that's the first message that's coming through, is that yes, it is okay for you to take a break. This is the same thing that showed up for Capricorn as well. And then the other oracle card that you get is I am the loving energy of the universe. Okay, we are all energetic beings. Money is energy, partnership is energetic, all of that good stuff. So you just want to start with your own vibration and then move out from there. Okay, so let's see what's at the center of this spread. Sorry, I feel really rambly right now, so sorry. Okay, so this is you in 2018, Father of Cups. So achieving emotional mastery and stability. This is also you creating a really healthy relationship with the masculine forces in your life. So this is your own divine masculinity, fatherly relationships, partnership relationships. If you date men, particularly, partnership is going to come up, you know, daddy issues, all of that stuff is in the core of 2018. So if you have a great relationship with your father, this is going to be one of those years where you're extra connected, that you spend a lot of time with each other, or you feel called to get more of that fatherly support. If you don't have a good relationship with your father or with your parents, this is about healing that version of the masculine that you've experienced in order to cultivate more healthy masculinity. So this is really coming into that healthy version within yourself, and then having those reflected back to you in, you know, the ether, in your world, in your realm. Okay, and your health, we have the High Priestess. So the phrase that comes to mind, now think about it, I'm not invalidating someone, like if you are legitimately ill in some capacity. This is not about, you know, because the phrase that came to mind was it's all in your head, because the High Priestess is all about intuition. And so it really is coming across as this cerebral experience, but really the message that's coming through is your mindset, your intuition, your feelings, your emotional world is also, it shows up as your pain body, if that makes sense. So your health, a lot of it is going to have to do with what you think about the situation, or what you think about your own pain or your own illnesses, your own ailments. So whether it be severe or mild, life-altering, or just some aches and pains, it's all about how are you thinking about this experience? How are you thinking about the process that you're going through? How are you thinking about the stresses in your life? It's all about the energetic component to your health. So 2018 is about bridging the mental and the physical, the earth body, the pain body. All of that is kind of converging into one. So I hope I was able to articulate that in a way that is well received. But that's really what's coming through for health stuff. So if you have Chiron in Virgo, then this is especially true for you. If you have Chiron in Virgo, there's a lot of body stuff, a lot of body pain that can go into having that position in your natal chart. So it really is about how are you taking care of the mental health component of pain and having a pain body experience, because we all have them. Okay, what are you creating in 2018? The moon. So this is really tapping into your psychic self. You know, this is the card of Pisces, which is your opposite. So it is about, you know, we have the High Priestess, using your intuitive gifts and abilities in order to make yourself, your life, your relationships better. And it's finding the balance within those, finding how you're able to use the moon to your benefit, how you're able to use that intuition and insight to your advantage. So this is really, you know, maybe you pick something up in metaphysics yourself, or you start painting. It could have to do something in creativity, literal, tangible creativity that is inspired by your spiritual realm, if that makes sense. Okay, what is the lesson for you in 2018? 4 of Coins. So this is being sparing, being a little bit more reserved. Virgos have a tendency to overgive, overextend themselves, you know, do for others, even at their own expense. And so 2018 is about understanding how to invest. The big lesson is investment of energetic, emotional, and financial. So this is about creating a budget and boundaries for yourself within yourself, as well as being more conservative with who you're giving to. That's coming up as a message, but I'll clarify this at the end. Okay, what needs balance in your life right now? Okay, 9 of Swords. This looks like you're experiencing a lot of fear, and there's a lot of things that's coming up in terms of just being afraid of things not working out, negative expectations, having all of this self-sabotaging energy, you know, fearing things that haven't come up yet, overanalyzing, really being critical of yourself is kind of a danger right now. So with the 9 of Swords, if there's anything that, you know, if there's any position I'd want to see this in, it's this one. For sure, because this is saying you're overly critical of yourself. You're out of balance in terms of the fear and the negative thought forms. And so, because, you know, it's a scary card, you know, it activates that fear. What it's communicating is this is scary. This is a scary experience. And so this could be also another message that I'm getting is that you may want to seek support, whatever that is. It could be community, it could be church, it could be friends, it could be, you know, a practitioner that you trust, whether it be a chiropractor or someone like me who's more on the like counseling psychic side. So it's all about getting support with whatever it is that's igniting that fear. You don't have to go through it alone, and you don't have to beat yourself up for having normal human being feelings. Okay, this is your spiritual focus for 2018. It already looks like a pretty spiritual, emotional year. But let's see, Temperance. So this is finding ways to, you know, have just as much compassion for that part of yourself that is afraid as you do for someone else who looks like they're in pain or they're hurting, or, you know, a child that needs some extra love. It's about finding that balance within yourself to have just as much play as you do work. So this goes beyond just the spiritual realm, because spiritual practices are constant. You know, spiritual lessons continue and they are fluid. And so by achieving balance externally, or at least making the steps to attempt to find balance, so it's kind of like, you know, if you're going to have a cookie, make sure you eat the vegetables too, type of principle. And just watching what that does to you spiritually as you meet things in a balanced way in your external world. And just to see what a transformation that has on your internal state, your spirituality, your behavior. Okay, this is what you need to allow yourself to do, what you need to give yourself permission to do, is to fall apart and be okay with it. Be okay and be gentle with yourself, with not having all of the answers, not having it all figured out, not being superhuman or robotic. You know, having an earth body is painful. We know this. We have gravity. We have to deal with all these aches and pains and, you know, crappy people and waiting in lines and all of these little nuances that go into our daily lives. But what that means is that you also have permission to be human just like the rest of us. You are not being held to anyone else's standards but your own. So don't fear the icky stuff. Don't fear the falling apart. Don't fear that, because you do have a lot to offer this world. So it's really giving yourself permission to be human. Okay, this is the card representing your love life in 2018. 9 of Cups. Make a wish. Make a wish. Any old wish. Okay, did you make it? Are you still working on it? Pause this video. If it's a good wish, pause the video. Okay, so this is dreams coming true, you know, things really working out, and just a really vibrant, you know, if you're single, this is good. If you're coupled, this is good. It's just the, yes, ultimate fulfillment, satisfaction, no loose ends whatsoever. I'm not even going to clarify this card because it's just so perfect exactly as it is. And this is also making sure that as things are going well, we can create ceilings for ourselves, as I know that some of you may have heard me talk about in the past, like that idea of the upper limit problem. And so as things are going well, make sure that you are being cautious of not being really critical of yourself or being really hard on yourself or being kind of a Scrooge towards yourself. Just being okay and really working on your ability to receive good things coming into your life. That is something that takes practice, because sometimes if, you know, things are going really well, we have a tendency to like want to push one of our own, like knock down our own sandcastle type of thing. We're like, oh, look at all this wonderful stuff I've done, now let me destroy it. That's just the resistance of things going well. It's like, oh, there's no way this could be happening, so I need to push back. And so that's kind of what's coming through here is, nope, let yourself be human, that's okay, but things are going really well, so just honor that and figure out how to have compassion with yourself, because that's going to allow and make space for even more stuff to come through, romantically speaking. Whether this be healing yourself or a partnership, all of this is exactly like your needs are being met, whether you can see that right now or not. Okay, this is what's transforming for you in 2018. This is, you're really standing out this year. More so than ever. It's like you are shining brighter. You are seriously coming into your own. This is a really good reading, Virgo. Seriously. This is just all good stuff coming through. Now, the side effect, I'll call it, the side effect of the 7 of rods or wands is that you're going to push a lot of people away. The people that are not meant to be in your life will just fall to the wayside. But in exchange, you get vibrance, vitality, space for people who care about you. You get so much more by being authentic to your beliefs and values. And the more you can step into that person that you truly are, then you're going to, you know, get just as many people who love you unconditionally are also going to push back and give you heat or, you know, write nasty comments or whatever it is that they do. So make sure that you are, you know, keep doing this because it's actually going to benefit you. Okay, so I'm going to clarify this too because I feel like there's more information to be shared about this card and this card right here. But the outcome for 2018, 8 of Coins, boom, you have a lot coming together. So the thing about this spread is there's a lot of lessons. There is, or there are a lot of lessons. There is a lot of work around your own intuition. I already see some healing around the divine masculine, healing of fear, allowing yourself to accept your imperfections, being okay, allowing things to come in and having, you know, that willingness to receive, standing out in a crowd, being your authentic self to attract the right people. And as you're doing all of this heavy lifting, because even though it looks like happy-go-lucky, it's also really intense. So what it looks like is you're working on all these different areas and you're trying to bridge everything together so that you're able to maintain all of this. And it's kind of like there's what I suspect from this reading is that 2018 is like the building year for you. It's like things are growing, they're building, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. And then it's kind of like the floodgates are going to open more so than they are already. So this is, I love seeing all of this here. So just keep all that in mind. Oh, so, okay. I'm putting up a timeline, but I also wanted to get a little bit more information about, you know, these 2 cards, as I said. Okay. So, in this position, we have what is the lesson of 2018? What is the takeaway message? Page of Swords. Keep doing your own thing, even if you don't trust yourself or you feel like you're jumping off a ledge and it's really scary. It's one of those things that, you know, the lesson is about doing things differently. You know, if you, for example, if you were in a position where you were living paycheck to paycheck and you're like, man, I would love it if I could start saving money, but you've never actually saved money before, like you never even started, then it's taking the action first before you can see the vision all the way through. And then, also, you know, having those messages of, or just kind of planting the seed of as you save, you're making room for even more abundance by saving, because it's kind of like you're giving the money a purpose. So it's all, that's just one example that can be applied to this, but it's about doing things differently, doing things that haven't been done before. And that, you know, the 4 of Coins is also about willpower. This is all coming from your 3rd chakra. And so as you're doing this work, it's huge lessons in willpower, being able to set boundaries and hold firm to those. because it's not always easy, especially depending on who you're working with, or dealing with, I should say. Okay, so the clarifier for what's transforming, 6 of Wands. See, this is victory. Victory, yay, all is well. You're gonna get what you want. You just have to, like, hang in there. Hang in there, don't give up. You, like, just persevere, keep moving forward, keep doing the things that you know are in alignment with you. And it's kind of like, I would encourage a lot of you Virgos, if you have a tendency to, like, ask 40 people's opinions before you take action, I would advise that for 2018, at least to start, don't do that. I strongly suggest listening to your own guts, or your gut feeling about the direction that you should go in, taking action first, and then seeing how it maps out. Nothing major, okay? Like, don't take that and then immediately move across the country or quit your job. You know, it's like, think things through. I would just step away from, like, the excessive advice and the excessive analysis of what's going on. What deck am I missing? Okay, and then I am going to be pulling one romance card for each quarter, but if you want a full-blown romance reading for 2018, then sign up for my newsletter, because those are going to be coming out late December. Those are going to be delivered, so make sure that you sign up for that, because those aren't going to be on YouTube. And if you're not into romance, then don't worry about it. Okay, so for the first quarter, so think January, February, March, we have take a divinely guided chance. Dude, what was I just talking about? Okay, so don't listen to everyone else. Just, like, trust your gut. You know, think, but trust your gut. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Yes, 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 absolutely. So it's kind of like you have to do that trust fall and watch, what's that book, The Universe Has Your Back? I think that's what these cards are, actually. The universe has your back. It's like you have to trust first in order to get the proof. Your growth period for the first quarter is sacral chakra. Boundaries, people. Boundaries. All about boundaries. Saying yes to that that's in alignment with you, and no to the things that aren't. And if you're not following that principle, then that will leave you susceptible to getting taken advantage of. It's something that I work with people on constantly. That is probably one of the most common things that people come to me with. So this is definitely a growth period about addressing those boundaries and figuring out what, identifying them and then asserting them. That's the next layer. Okay, and in your romantic life, we have 7 of Swords. So this just looks like figuring things out. So it's, what this looks like is a lot of work is being done in the background. It's kind of like if you're dealing with someone who, just for the sake of the example, addiction, like maybe you are dating someone who has a history of addiction and is sober, but they have to go do all of their AA stuff privately. Or they have like this other world kind of that you're not exactly a part of. And so it's just kind of allowing them to have that space or take that space yourself is going to be really helpful. It just looks like there's a lot of problem solving in the background that you're not able to see. Okay, the second quarter, so springtime, we have moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Okay, yes, that is true, but if you already have a career that you love, what this looks like is investing your time in other projects is something that you're going to be able to do. Even if it's not something that is, financially based, it's more about feeding your passion, whatever it is. The other message that's coming through for that is that with the moonlighting, if there's an investment, a financial investment that you want to make, then it's safe for you to start, incrementally saving or investing or looking into those opportunities so that you can have that evergreen income. Okay, sorry, my throat is dry. So your growth period for the second quarter is comparison. So this looks like, it could read as, yeah, you're comparing yourself to others, which is a common, issue or place that we get choked up. But the other thing is comparing yourself to yourself. But we're talking about your past self, right? I'm not talking about you in present time. It's just like, okay, where am I not at now? How does that, play into this situation or circumstance that I'm in? And then, making decisions based on the comparison or reflection of yourself, through old experiences and then situations that are coming up. Okay, so either one of those you're going to be dealing with in the springtime. And then we have Four of Wands. So things are really coming together. See, this was like the space card was over here, but now things are coming together. So the Four of Wands is all about, home, family, friendships, really building with somebody. Things are really just, naturally progressing at a really healthy pace. And so just allow that to happen organically, don't get too forceful there. The third quarter, we have visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually comes into reality. Okay, that's not true. Sorry, love you, Doreen Virtue, but that's not true. If that were true, I'd be dead. Okay? Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Okay, so this is also about your perspective, your mindset. Think about how do you respect money? How do you talk to money? Are you angry and spiteful at money? Like, you just want to visualize abundance, shifting that mindset, because visualization itself is not enough, but it's about being able to see it and believe it before it comes to you. That's how you welcome the manifestation of money. Okay, the Virgos, you're getting a lot of good nuggets from me this year. So I hope, give me a like, folks, give me a like. Okay, so your growth period for the third quarter is third eye chakra. What is up with this? All of these cards are perfect, right? We were just talking about visualization, belief, being able to see it before it actually shows up. And then we have third eye. This is where you see your next steps. This is where you plan. This is where you see the manifestation first before it makes its way to you. We have it sitting right next to the High Priestess and the Moon. How beautiful is this corner right here? Can I just say that? Okay, the romance card that we have coming up is Knave of Wands. So this is someone who has like that fiery, energetic passion. Maybe this is you. It could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries that's in your space. Either way, it's someone who's just really willing to play with you. Play is the word that's coming up. So this is play with a partner that you are in partnership with already, or this is like you going out with friends or taking a weekend trip somewhere and kind of having that fiery, those fiery friendships around you is going to be really helpful. And it's going to contribute positively to your love life. That's what I mean by helpful. Okay, let's do the money card first. And wrapping up 2018, cooperation instead of competition. So, yep, it's looking like a little piece of this here is comparing yourself to others. What's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete and there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Okay, so sometimes I work, or in the past I've worked with entrepreneurs who were really worried about giving stuff away because they thought that someone was going to steal it from them. But in reality, if you create the value first, it just pours in even faster. So keep that in mind, that it's not always linear. It has different avenues of making, at least financial abundance, making its way to you. So already being in a state of security and abundance is going to prevent you from having that competitive lack, competition, envy, not having enough. That's going to magnify if you focus on that for too long. Your growth period is final step. So there's one more thing that you have to do. There's one, you're right at the tail end of something. And so a lot of your energy is going to be going into this completion with this project or this final step that you have. Okay, and the wrapping up 2018 romance card, we have the Star. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Soulmates, happiness, happily ever after, whether you're partnered or not. This is all soulmate. All soulmate. This is connection, that soul, spiritual family that you have around you. Because think about it, it's like everyone that you need is at your fingertips. They may not be in your physical space yet, but they are making their way to you, they're right there. And so the Star, it just looks like those connections that you need to make are so present, and that is something worth celebrating. So congratulations, Virgo, on getting the Star. Such a beautiful message to have coming through at the end of 2018, and it's just a consolation that anything that you've had show up here, it's kind of like this is in the highest good. This is in divine timing, even if you can't believe it or see it yet. So just, keep the faith, you guys. I promise you that even during the darkest times, there's a lot that we walk away with. And now I'm going to go ahead and get off my soapbox because I was getting real preachy and into it. Go ahead and pick a card. All right, card number 1, 2 of coins. So your additional message is just figuring out how to balance, making a decision. Do I do this? Don't I do this? It's just about, what this is looking like is that you're figuring out, how do I balance my intuition with my practicality and my rational nature? Card number 2, we have 6 of Swords. This is moving away from something into a brighter future. I really like this Sun. So this is just about navigating the situation and, kind of wiggling your way out of something. It just looks like you really need to move on and let all of this pass, and then it's going to clear up a lot of space for you. Card number 3, we have Son of Cups. An emotional offer. This is, really being able to, it's like you having a lot to offer and then also getting offers yourself. So it looks like this is really good reciprocation that we see coming up here. Okay, that's all I have in terms of the reading. And don't forget, if you are interested in working with me, you have 3 options now. So I just launched custom spreads. So if you like when I do readings like this, then that's now an option for you to purchase, where I can do a spread, and I have a few different options. Like I have 2 love readings, one that covers all your bases, and then a Celtic cross if you like that style. So you can select which time period you want it for, which spread you want. And then for the month of January, or now through January, I am going to be offering, if you purchase a reading from me, you get an oracle reading, you get an oracle card and additional messages on top of the reading. So that's a bonus. If you want to get your cards read by me, make sure you check out the link in the description box below. If you're looking for intuitive counseling sessions with me, so that's more, we do body work. I do energetic healing over the phone, so there's a lot of chakra work. And then you can ask me anything in that amount of time. Check out the description box as well. Single question readings, description box. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Onyx Healing, and there's all sorts of good content on there. And then, as usual, sign up for my newsletter to get your solar year reading and your 2018 love and romance reading. Thank you so much for joining me, Virgo. I will see you next time.